What's up, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm a full-time reseller online on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. And today I'm making a video, going to go over the thrift haul that we found over the past couple of days. Share with you just some different items, some brands, some styles and things to be on the lookout for in your local area, so you can resell them and make some money too. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, you can support me by hitting the like button, subscribing, leaving a comment. If you like this video, if you find something useful, please do that. Show me some support, follow along, and I will do my best to help you make some money too. So let's dive into it. We got some awesome stuff. It was like a Levi's jackpot of sorts. So first thing that we're going to talk about today is the same thing 18 times. I found 18 pairs of these Levi's denim tiers. Tiers? I'm pretty sure it's tiers. I hope it's not tears. Either way, so you guys can see this. Pretty close there. But this denim tiers here is a collaboration brand that Levi's did. The denim tiers, though, they produce a lot of African American themed style of clothing. It's really, really good quality. Like, you could just feel these are kind of a higher end, I want to say. But these are the 501s, which is a nice style and a good size. We got 36, 34, and we got 34, 34. Different amounts of each, but went ahead and picked up 18 pairs of these. Retail, these are just the plain ones. They go for, on the website, I looked it up, like $200 or more. Resale value, since these are brand new without tags, I'm hoping I will get at least $100 per pair. I'm going to list them starting out at $150, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, if you're ever out and you see this denim tiers brand, definitely something to look into. If you find the ones with the flower print, it's a circular flower logo that's stamped all over. If you find those are worth $200 to $300 a piece all day on eBay. So yeah, something to be on the lookout for is these denim tiers Levi's collaboration here. And I'm not gonna show you 18 pairs, but there you go. This whole stack. Sure, I lied. I'm gonna show you 18 pairs. Oh, boom. There you go. Denim tiers, 18 pairs. I paid $10 a piece. They were at a local thrift store in my area. They had them. They were asking $40 a piece for these. They were doing a special sale, so I got them for $9.99 a pop. Pretty good deal. Next, we're going to talk about some Judy Blues. And these are a boot cut, as you can see, down here. Flares out at the bottom, and it also tells me it's a boot cut. But Judy Blue, nice, good brand, awesome sell-through rate on most of their stuff. It's a really good women's brand. Trying to learn more about women's brands and branch out into that. Mostly focused on men's clothing, but Judy Blue I know is an awesome brand. I've sold plenty of Judy Blue before, and anything in a boot cut, I'm probably going to pick up if I can get it for a good price. There's a local thrift store. They were doing a jean sale, so I got this for $2 instead of $8, and I should be able to get 30, 35 bucks for these on eBay all day long. Boom, be on the lookout. Judy Blue. Here's a brand that people say is popular, but so far I've only found a couple of pairs of these and they haven't sold yet. But this is Rag & Bone, and obviously the style is going to matter. These are just Rag & Bone leggings with the hem at the bottom here being frayed, which seems to be kind of a popular style right now. But just some solid jeggings, I guess we'll call them jeggings. Distressing at the knee here. But I paid $2 for these as well, and you know, Rag & Bone has a decent sell-through rate from what eBay says. And again, I've only found 2 other pairs personally. This is going to be the 3rd pair that I'll have listed. We'll see how long it takes to sell, but anywhere between $20 and $30 on eBay, depending on the style, color, size, that kind of thing. But still something to be on the lookout for at least. I'm going to keep picking them up until I have enough of them like Madewell where they just sit there and they don't sell anymore. Here are some more Levi's. Like I said, it was like Levi's day. At first I thought these were vintage, and here's why. But I didn't look close enough. I opened it up and I saw, oh look, the black Batwing tab. That's what we're told to look out for, right? But then it says made in China, not made in USA. Oops. And then I flip it over, and hopefully you can see the numbers and it's not too small or faded, but this one was made in 08. So I guess if I hold on to it for 2 more years, I can consider them vintage. But these are Levi's 515 bootcut style. Again, it's another bootcut. They'll still sell for at least $20. I've sold plenty of Levi bootcuts that aren't vintage. 20, 25 bucks all day long, not a big deal. And if they sit there for 2 years, they'll be vintage. And so then they'll go up double. But that was a bummer. But still a solid find. I think I paid $2 for those as well, so not going to be upset too much. Up next, we got some Wrangler FR flame resistant gear. Awesome utility pants, some cargo pants here. But these labels stand out like a sore thumb in a thrift store when you're looking through all the pants. This bright orange is recognizable from a mile away. Sometimes you'll see it on the back there, but I pick up anything Wrangler, FR, Ariat FR. I got a couple of different brands that I'm going to show you. Lapco FR, Workrite FR. Flame resistant stuff in general almost always sells for good money. These were $7.99, but it was a 30% discount on that day. So what is that? I paid what, $5 and change for these, and these will get me 25, 30, 35 bucks depending on size and style. I actually like these a little more, so I'm gonna list these higher and see if I can get 35, maybe 40 for them. What size are these? Oh yeah, 34, 30. Yeah, we're gonna list these for more, definitely. Anything 32 or 34 in the waist for men's, you can always get more for because they're so popular. Next up, we got some Mobby jeans. New with tags. Got these at the same thrift store that I got all the Levi's denim tears. But these are the matte, relaxed, straight leg. And that style in particular goes for about 35, 40 bucks. These are a bit larger size, a 44 waist. Some people don't like picking up sizes that big. I have no issue with it. I sell a lot of men's clothing, and the larger sizes move just fine. And in fact, sometimes you can get more for it. I plan on listing these for 40 bucks, and they should definitely sell. So, those were also $9.99 at the same store. So, yeah, another good find there. Next, we got Times Ranch. This is a Western style brand, at least from my understanding, and I mean that sure looks Western to me. I'm from Texas, but I've never heard of it. Obviously this is from Arizona. But this is the Dylan style, and these sell for about 40 bucks a piece, sometimes 50, depending on size and style. I believe these were at least 40 when I looked them up, and these were $14.99, but again, 30% off, about 10, 12 bucks maybe. But 10, 12 bucks into 40 or 50, I'll do that all day, every day. All right, next, this is another FR brand to be on the lookout for. It's called Lapco FR. I'll show you here. This Lapco, and this is the symbol that you'll see on their stuff. I've got some overalls I'll show you all here in a second too that I found at the same place. But yeah, there, and then there, I know this one's kind of faded and harder to see, but the back leather patch there is always pretty identifiable. But yeah, these, I just sold 2 pair a couple of weeks ago. I put them in a bundle. I should be able to get 30 bucks for these easily, maybe 35. These look like more of a wider leg here. There's some distressing on it, a few holes, but in my experience, that doesn't really matter, especially since most of these are used by guys who work in jobs that they're going to be kind of physically active and hands-on. So anything Lapco FR, again, like I was saying, anything flame-resistant stuff, if I can get it for the right price, I'm going to grab it. And I believe those were, yeah, $5.99, the tag $5.99 with 30% off. So yeah, paying a few dollars for those, definitely a pickup. Next is these Aku jeans. These are a Y2K brand that I think tried to compete with Jinko, or maybe not compete and just do their own thing, but they have a lot of like loud styles just like Jinko did. You can tell these are very artistic. This particular style is a kind of a custom rare style from what I could find online while I was looking at it. I'm going to list these for $100 and see what happens. They might sit for a while. Obviously, these are very customized. It's going to take somebody who wants this eagle next to their crotch, but I still think they're really cool pants. If they're my size, I might wear them, but they're a little bit big. Still 34, awesome size. I found this brand before, these Aku. I found it before. They haven't sold yet, but they weren't the best size. They might sit for a while, but these were priced $7.99. Went ahead and grabbed them. Again, I'm gonna list them for $100. See how long they sit there. But there were a couple listed online for more than that, so I'm hoping mine will sell. Next, this was an awesome score. Carhartt FR, new with the tags for 15 bucks. Yes, please. I will pay up all day for brand new Carhartt FR. $75 to $100 for these jeans. You'll pay more than that at the store if you go to one of their stores. So yeah, that was one of the easiest grabs. I couldn't put that in the cart fast enough. Just anytime you see Carhartt FR, you can get it for the right price. It's going to sell. Sell-through rate on Carhartt FR is like 200, 300%. It's nuts. Next, we got some more Levi's. I told you it was Levi's jackpot. These are vintage Levi's that I was really psyched and pumped to find. Some vintage 505s. Again, we got the black Batwing tab, but it says made in Haiti. Much better. On the back, where was it? This one I can't tell. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll have to look it up again. But regular fit, vintage Levi 505s. If these aren't vintage, you tell me. Pretty sure they are though. But yeah, I got these for 10 bucks, and even if they're not vintage, still get 30 bucks for them usually with the 505s. Those are a good seller there. But now I know these are vintage for a fact. If you're following along and trying to learn more. I'm still learning all day, every day myself when I'm doing this reselling thing. I haven't even been doing it for a full year, but I'm almost at the 100K mark. So definitely doable if you're willing to apply yourself and learn, which that's what I'm doing, making these videos. So these are Levi's 550s. These are definitely vintage. I can tell you that for a fact. We got some orange tab back here. I know that's vintage. And we got another black Batwing, but this one says made in USA. really tiny there if you can see it. So we know for a fact these were made in the 80s or 90s, and these are an awesome color. I thought they were a nice color. Little spot here, I don't think that's going to matter. I might try to wash it out first, but yeah, these, again, I paid $10.99 for these, and vintage Levi's, the orange tab here, probably get 40 bucks, maybe 50. We'll see. It's a size 38, a little bit bigger, so I think that works in my favor there. Somebody will buy those who works construction, something like that. Here we got another pair of vintage Levi's, the black 550s. These typically go for a little bit more, I believe. Anywhere from the 50 to 100 range, if I'm remembering correctly. That might not be the 550s though, but either way, we got some more vintage Levi's. On the back here, we got, this is actually a red batwing tab, but it's still made in USA. And I don't know when they made the red, but these were made in '93, so definitely vintage, definitely 90s. Awesome find here. Gonna do a little bit more researching, obviously, on size. These are size 38 as well, for what I'm gonna price them for, but I would imagine between $50 and $100, just depending. Right now, since these are true vintage, made in USA. The made in USA tends to sell for more. Alright, now, these are those overalls I was talking about. This is, again, the Lapco FR overalls. Here, let me get them. Boom. These are awesome. A little bit bigger. But in my experience, the big guys need that bigger sizing in the overalls. But these are really nice. Double knee, you can tell there on the front. A little bit of staining and minor distressing at the bottom, but again, I'm going to wash these, see if I can get most of these stains out. These are priced for $8.99. And these Lapco FR overalls sell between $75 and $100. So easy pickup if you find these for, I mean, you could pay up to 20 bucks if you really wanted to, and you're still going to make great money because they sell for so much. Again, 75 to 100 bucks easily all day long. Awesome. Okay, those were all the pants that we found. Now we're going to go over a couple of tops here. If you made it this far in the video, you're awesome. Love you for being here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you've learned something. I've learned something. Like one of my pairs wasn't as vintage as I thought. So hopefully you learned that with me. Alright, up next, we got, so first, I picked this up because I was thrifting with my wife, and she saw it and thought it was cute. And then, I decided, well, that's a unique tag. Let me look it up. As all good thrifters do. These Polar Dogs by Big Dogs, and this particular style itself was selling between $30 and $40. I think most of them were selling for about 35 bucks, but I think I paid $2 to $4. I don't remember exactly for this. And I know seasons are changing, and it's not really as cold anymore. This might sit for a little bit longer. I'm not really worried about that. I'm playing the long-term game here. And yeah, I mean, this was a pretty good pickup, pretty cool. If you see these, there's all sorts of styles, fun styles. People love their dog shirts and dog sweaters and stuff, but yeah, the Polar Dogs by Big Dogs. If you see those, look it up real quick. You might have a style that somebody will pay 40 bucks or more for, so. Up next, we got a blazer here. I do a lot of blazers and suits. It's a section that I think a lot of thrifters stay away from, and you're missing out on so much money. Suits just usually sit there, and a lot of times they get put on sale at thrift stores because they just sit there. Nobody wants to buy them. I buy them all day. I paid $5 for this blazer here. And this, hopefully you can see, this is a Chaps by Ralph Lauren. So they're lower end, theoretically, you know, of quality, but this was really, really good condition, and it is, on this side, made out of silk and wool. When I look at blazers, I typically only buy them if they are made out of silk, wool, or linen. Or rayon, bamboo, sometimes, it depends, but usually I will only buy them if they are made out of those kind of things, or a fancy like alpaca fur or something like that. I stay away from anything camel hair. They feel cool and they look cool, but they don't usually sell for much. But anyway, this, Ralph Lauren, anything Ralph Lauren, if I can get it for the right price, I'm going to pick it up. This silk wool blazer is going to sell between $30, $35. I think it's got an awesome pattern on it, and just the style, the color. These typically sell better than the solid colors, the solid black, solid blue blazers. Obviously, plaid, blend check, those different types of patterns are what people look for, and some businessman will pay $30 for this. This is a nice suit, nice blazer, and the silk and wool blend typically does better in the spring, summertime. It's not quite as hot as a full 100% wool. So be on the lookout. Anything Ralph Lauren. You've probably heard of Ralph Lauren, but Chaps Ralph Lauren is still something, if you get it for the right price, I'm going to pick it up and try to sell it. So next up, we got a Travis Matthew t-shirt. I don't buy a lot of Travis Matthew anymore, but this thing was just too cool. I thought that USA golf cart flag, I mean, that's just, we got St. Patty's coming up, we got 4th of July coming up, summer's coming up, golf season. Somebody, I'm going to list this for $30. I paid $1 for it. I don't see why somebody wouldn't pay me $30 for this, because it's just one of the coolest shirts. What is that little stain there? Okay, somebody might not pay me $30 if I can't get that stain out. We'll see. But still, awesome shirt. I think I'm going to get that stain out, and this will sell for $30, hopefully. Keep an eye on that one. Next, we got this unique women's top here, this floral and grape long sleeve, lightweight, and this is by Maeve. See there. This is an Anthropology brand. From my understanding, again, I'm very new in the women's clothing, so if this is wrong, forgive me. From my understanding, this is like a higher end type of Anthropology brand and style, and this just unique thing here. I'm going to try to see if I can get about $35, $40 for it. Other similar styles were listed for that and selling for that, so we'll see. First time buying this brand, and again, trying to branch out into more women's clothing, so hopefully that's a good one. If it's not, and you're watching this, let me know in the comments if it was a good find or not so much. This one's kind of a unique thing that you're probably not going to find in your area or even have your radar on for. But if you're watching this is a disc golf brand of shirt, polo shirt, Team Prodigy. They usually only give these to the players that are sponsored by them, from what I know about disc golf. I've played quite a bit of it myself, which is why I was on the lookout for this. But disc golf shirts in general can get a nice return if you can get it for the right price. Again, I paid $1 for this one. I'm going to list it for $30 since it's a nice lightweight polo. And just like with regular golf, disc golfers are very particular with the brands that they like. So a Prodigy fan, definitely pay $30 for that. It might sit for a little bit longer, but not worried about that. All right, here's a pretty good one that I took a little bit of a risk on and paid up for. It's a two-piece St. John, kind of this little tank top, and then this cardigan, and the tank top thing goes inside here. So it's like a two-piece women's thing. Cardigan, top, two-piece knit, St. John. The tank is made out of silk, cashmere, and wool. I think the cardigan is made out of the same thing. I paid up at this a little bit at a boutique thrift store. They were having a sale, 50% off all of their winter stuff. So I paid like 35 bucks for this. I'm gonna list it for 200 and see St. John. If you've never heard of it before and never seen it, be on the lookout for it. You're probably not gonna find it very often, but if you do, if you can get it for the right price, it's definitely worth picking up. In fact, my assistant here, if you haven't noticed, sorry for taking so long to introduce the assistant, but this is a three-piece St. John outfit that I picked up as well that I'm going to be listing. Probably asking $250, $300 for this St. John. This is made out of rayon and polyester. It's not made out of cashmere or silk or anything. So, and this is the St. John Sport. This is another tag to be on the lookout for. St. John has several different lines, and the St. John Sport is kind of one of the lower end lines, but this is still a really nice businesswoman going to church, going out. I mean, this is it's really nice. The quality of St. John stuff is really good. But if you can get it for the right price, if you're selling it for $300, you can pay up, 30, 40, 50 bucks. So St. John is another name to be on the lookout for. Patagonia, the Sherpa style Patagonia pullover, quarter zip here. This one was also on sale, 50% off at that same boutique place. So I paid up 15 bucks for it, a little bit. And you might be thinking, well, that's too much. Those margins aren't there. But since Patagonia's sell-through rate is so absurd, so good, I should still be able to get 40, 50 bucks out of this all day long. So yes, seasons are changing. It might sit for a little bit. I don't care. I'm still gonna take $15 and turn it into $45 every day if I can. So you know Patagonia. If you don't, you do now. That's what it looks like. All right, here's something, again, you're not going to see every day, but just to be on the lookout for, kind of have your eyes out for anything. So this is Sailor Jupiter. If you don't know what that's from, it's from Sailor Moon, which is an anime cartoon that was really popular when I was a kid, 90s and 2000s era. But all I did when I saw this, just took a quick picture with eBay, went to the sold items, and this particular kind of sweater here was selling for around $30 to $40. And need to clean it up a little bit, get these little fuzzies off of it, but yeah, it's in great condition, and I should be able to sell it 35, 40 bucks based on what eBay's sell-through rate tells me, which is important. And this was listed for $7.99, but it was half off, so I got it for 4 bucks. So yeah, great pickup there. Be curious as a reseller. When you see something you've never seen before, look it up. You might be surprised. Next up, we got a Dallas Mavericks hoodie. Nike. Just nice, standard, good hoodie there. But sports teams are always something I'm on the lookout for, especially if it's Nike. This one was $4.99. That's just silly. These will sell $30, $40 all day long, especially as seasons come and go. But it's hoodie season right now. Basketball season is in full swing. That should be an easy sell, easy flip. We're going to circle back to some Levi's. You thought we were done with Levi's, didn't you? Nope, we got a jacket. And this is a denim tears jacket. We found this with all of those Levi's denim tears pants. This is an awesome quality jacket. Like, heavy duty, really, really nice. White, brand new. They were originally asking $87 for this thing, and that's discounted. But I paid $9.99, and I am going to list this for $100 and see what happens with it. Again, it's this Denim Tears collaboration. You're not going to see it all the time, but if you get lucky enough to find it, again, they made these denim jackets with the floral print. Those sell for $300, $400. So yeah, just keep your eyes open for when you're looking at Levi's. Just give it an extra glance, and if you see that Denim Tears, grab it. Oh, by the way, it's also on the red tab. This is the same situation for the pants. Hopefully you can see this on the video. On the back side, it'll say Tears on it as well. So there's lots of clues to help you know what it is, just in case the big Denim Tears there didn't help you. There you go. And that was it. Those are not from the last thrifting. Those are items that I need to get listed from way back, but not important because I don't know enough about it to share. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully some new pieces in there to be on the lookout for that you've never seen. And yeah, if you're still watching, appreciate you, and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. I'm going to start making a lot more of these videos. This is my first official one, so welcome to the channel. And yeah, Miller's Resells. And again, my name is Steven, and thanks for watching. Be on the lookout for the next one.